This week's parasha is Parashat Beshalach, and in the parsha, the Jewish people finally escape Mitzrayim. Hashem splits the sea for the Jewish people, and they enter the desert. And the parsha says, "And they came to Elim, and there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they encamped by the water." But before they entered Elim, they were in an area called Marah. And in Marah, the water was bitter. It wasn't drinkable. And when they were there, they were complaining. They said to Moshe, "Why are we in an area with such bad water that we can't drink?" And they were only there for one day. If they've known that eventually they would enter Elim with refreshing, clean water, drinkable water, they would have never complained to Moshe. And the Ibn Ezra states that they were in Elim for 20 days, so they had plenty of refreshing water to drink. But that one day in Marah, they had to complain, because us as human beings always find something to complain about. We have limited vision. When we're in the moment and things aren't perfect, we're always looking for something that isn't going our way, and our instant reaction is to say, why is this happening? Why can't it be this way? Why does it have to be like this? We need to learn to remove the complaints in our life and instill patience, because when you're patient, things usually work out. When you complain and worry, it just makes the situation worse, because the next thing you know, the thing you were worrying about 90% of the time doesn't happen. So if the Jewish people just had a wait and see mindset, they would eventually see the blessings in their lives. Instead of complaining to Moshe, why is this our situation? And instead, if they just trusted Hashem and not expect the worst case scenario, things would be so much better. They would be calm. They would be at peace. Instead of having the mindset of what's going to be, why is this going to happen this way, and having the worst case scenario mindset, start having the best case scenario mindset. What's the best possible outcome that can happen? Be patient, understand that Hashem is doing what's best for us, and everything will work out. Shabbat Shalom.